So I mentioned being from CT, right? My mom was an officer of the law, and my mom is an amazing dresser. And I know, depending on where you're watching this, I just recently did my recent transformational video. It'll probably be prior to this one. It was my mom, and I'll get into that reasoning at another time. But my mom has always been such a well dressed woman. I actually come from a family of well dressed women. Like, they don't play when it comes to clothes and your image and all of those sorts of things. And I even haven't had an opportunity to sit down with my mom in my series called Dress to the Nines, which I'm looking forward to bringing that back soon. And we had a whole conversation just on the history of image and how it all started for her, because as long as I have known, and just, which kind of sounds weird to say because duh, you're her child, right? So as long as I can remember, let me word it that way, my mom has always dressed really, really, really nice. And my father is also a well dressed man. And I have a lot of photos of them when they were together, and they look absolutely amazing. But even to this present day, both of my parents dress very well. I have a lot of photos of myself and how they dress me and stuff like that. But I came to a point in my middle school years where it all changed. Once I got to middle school, I had a little bit more of freedom, if you will, when it came to what I wore. And I've shared this before, that whenever I think about that time in my life, I was just very active. I've mentioned this before. My mom did a great job at keeping me productive. I play sports. My mom used to play sports. My dad is a sports, is in the blood. So, as they speak, his business is actually a sport, which is where that entrepreneurial spirit comes from. It comes from my father's side of the family, which I would come to learn later on in my life. But anyway, I remember just wanting comfort. I don't really know where or how the disconnect came about, being that I came from two parents who dressed very well, and clothing and how they dressed me, I was dressed very well. But I do believe that it was just because I wanted to feel comfortable. I really didn't understand how to identify being comfortable but looking stylish. You know what I mean? It just wasn't a thing for me at that time. And I don't think that my mom knew how to help me through that initially.